Yeah. So we see our job is to make sure that, you see, you bear more fruit and you bear much fruit. Yeah. Isn't that what the farmers do? When the tree bears the first year and there are only 2 seeds, they say, oh, don't worry, 2 fruits. It has just started, isn't it? Next season, then they say, if you still bear 2 fruit, they say, hey, is it not so? So when they start, they are happy. At least you are showing signs of fruit. You are fruitful, isn't it? Then they began to water. When they see they put money, they say, Charlie, we want the thing. So the next season, they expect that, oh, you started with 2. Let's go to 10 oranges. Then say the next week becomes bigger and better, isn't it? Yeah. So let's cut it off. Let's prune this place. That the sun can come on. That isn't that what they do? When they are paying attention to you, when we are stressing you and giving you a bit of responsibility and saying, "Being the quiet, do this," we say, "Hold on to this. Do this. Come for this." It is not because we are desperate, and we have nothing doing, but it is because we want your fruit to be more. Because every branch that bears fruit has the potential to bear more fruit. Yeah. If I decided that, oh, I have become a Christian, I've done work as an overseer, a drama director in campus, I've talked to people, or not, I've even won some souls when I was in secondary school, and then it's okay. So I go, and then I didn't allow for Reverend Obeng to teach me, show me, push me, give me hard tasks, cause me to fast and pray. And I say, okay, it's okay. So I finish when I come, I say, I'm an elder in harvest, sitting in front, that's all. Yeah. Where would everybody be? You see? But then, when you see fruit, I'm telling you, unless you are not a good pastor, unless you are not a good preacher, unless you are not called of God, you are going to make sure that the thing becomes sharper, becomes more effective and efficient. Yeah. So when they are stressing you, so on, that is the pruning. That is the pruning. They are always on my case. They are always on my case. They are always on my. One day you thank me that I'm on your case. One day, when you are doing something, I said, no, do it better. When mommy says, use your brain. At that time, it weren't pleasant. Yeah. Is that not it? Yeah, it weren't, isn't it? I'm telling you. Come for the meetings. Do you think that at this age I could have just decided, if I wasn't there, I'll just wake up one day and say that, oh, Charlie, and I want to be committed to the things. I'll come to church service 4 times a week. Even you at this level that you think we are young enough to be trained, right? It is difficult. At my age of 40, you are now coming to tell me that I must come for church service on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Do you think I can do it? But at that time when I was learning it, it seemed like it was a useless venture. You are wasting your time. When you are supposed to be learning, you are moving from Confanoche to campus every 4 times in a week. Yeah. But now people see me and say, how do you do it? How do you do it? I allowed myself to be pruned. Yeah. People wish they can do what they just, how do you, I'm telling you. People say, so how do you? I allowed myself to be pruned. I allowed God to prune me. Yeah. So that I'll be more effective. So that I can come and spend time with you on Wednesday. And spend time with you on Friday. But I'll not just say that, oh, okay, the meetings are okay, this is the color, okay, go ahead. From time to time, I'll pop in and see what you are doing. I'll pop in and pop out. Pop in and pop out. See if I'm popcorn. Pop in and pop out. Yeah. So you are here because we see something in you. See, many a times you don't see it too. That's the truth. It was Jesus who saw that this branch was bearing fruit. Yeah. It was Jesus. Jesus was passing. He saw it. He said, hey, I've seen something excellent and wonderful. Fruit. Let me get my pruning scissors. Say, hey, Jesus, I didn't know what coffee. So the fact that you are even in a department is a good sign. But don't get comfortable with being in a department. You see, the church is, when you go to that, how church works makes us fruitful. See, the church work is supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's supposed to prune you. That's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, that's what, look, you can never learn. Have you seen anybody who wants to become a lawyer who decides to go to what do you call it, the market? You want to be an effective lawyer, then you every day you dress, you park, you go and sit, not at Makwala or what I'm not, I mean proper, I'm go and sit there. You want to be a doctor, then wear stethoscope, then go and sit in a carpentry shop every day. There the carpentry shop. Yeah. It is this same place that you will learn how to. You will learn it from here. Here, no. It is here that you will learn how to pastor, shepherd, affect people's lives, talk to people. Here, no, that we would step on your toes, undermine your authority, criticize you, say, oh, it is here, no. Here. So when I say, I don't know why you are complaining. The pruning is here. The fruit must be in the garden bearing fruit. And then, no, the pruning will take place there. And it will be done by the people that love you the most. Yeah. Who loves the tree more than the gardener? Yeah, because that is where the profit is, isn't it? Yeah. Papa Jew, juicy juice. Who would love for Papa Jew Juicy Juice Company to do better than Papa Jew? Yeah. Yeah. So when Papa Jew Juicy Juice is doing well, Papa Jew is the happiest. And if Papa Jew Juice, the own Papa Jew comes, who is the owner of Papa Jew Juicy Juice, comes and starts doing certain things that the workers don't like. You say we are reorganizing, restructuring, we are doing, and you are complaining. Do you think he wants the thing to collapse? Yeah. The one who is doing the thing that looks difficult and you don't like, he wants the thing to succeed more than you. Because he is interested in the profit, or he will just pay you. And then after that, he is taking the profit. All of it. Because you sign contract that I'll pay you 500. He's paid you, finish. He owes you nothing. Everything is for Papa Jew. Yeah. Are you here? Yeah. So when the nobody has a greater stake in you bear fruit than the person who is pruning you. Eish. Nobody has a greater stake in you doing well than the church. Yeah. Because the church must grow and expand. And it's the same church that will prune you. The same church that will bring you and teach you like we are teaching you. The same church that will sit you down and tell you that, Master, this thing you are doing, be careful. You are not doing your work well. Use your brain. Use your brain. Come for the thing early. Come for Heza early. Why are you being lazy? Why haven't you done your quiet time? Why that when you come for meetings and you are sharing, you alone, your face is like light off? Then put the light on. If that's how your face is. Oh, you don't understand what I'm saying? So it is the same. We will take you out of your comfort. We will prune you. Are we there? Yeah. So don't think for a moment that we don't like you. Don't think that they like this person more than that person. The people that I like, the things I tell that I don't tell you half. Yeah. Because you may not see it. Because they will come to that and I will sit them down. Tell them that, Wafa, this thing you are doing, finish. Yeah. We want you to do better. I still here. So let's jump. Let's go to 41. Why we are not fruitful. Talked a lot about these things. Benefits of benefits. We are not fruitful because we are forgetful. Forgetfulness is a great sin. It is unrighteousness. It says, for God is not unrighteous to forget your labor of love. So when God, your remembering is a righteous thing. But many of us, we have forgotten. You have forgotten that you are here because somebody held your hand and even brought you to church. Somebody said, Harvest is a good church. Yeah. For some of you, you have forgotten that there was somebody who spoke to you in school, that you gave your life to Christ. And was somebody who dragged you, even when you were. You see, when leaders come and complain that, and this person, I visited him, and he's like this, and I visited her, and she's like, and the choir people are giving me stress, and the choristers are this, and then the ushers are not coming, and the organizing, I'm carrying the things alone, and you have to chase them and chase them. I say, remember, only a few people came to church ready to work. I can count them. Can count them, my fingertips. Only a few. Only a few people came that we did. Where's harvest? We are looking for. We learned. Only a few. I'm telling you. But many people have been chased. Who has not? Who has been chased here before? Who here has swerved somebody before? Who has told a lie? Why? So that they will not come for a program or a rehearsal. Who has? They have reminded you of the thing, but you intentionally forgot. Lift up your hand. Who has done setewa before? Sete. Yeah. You have forgotten. So, and when they come, they complain. The people who gave the most trouble are the ones who complain. After you have forgotten what you did to somebody. Then they start smiling. Then they start smiling. And they start, we forget. We forget how people toiled and chased us. And chased us. And chased us. And the nonsense that you were telling them. They told you small nonsense. You are upset. Hey! What have you heard? You've not heard much. Yeah. I don't understand what I'm saying. You forget that even your being here in harvest, your being here is through somebody's effort. They held your hand and brought you and said, this is a good church, come here. Or even when you come, they said, when you go, look for these people and be there. And they will help. It's a good church. And you have come and it's blessing. You've forgotten how you came into Christ, how you were saved, and how many people have poured their lives into you so that you will be here. You've forgotten. That people came and shared with you their food, their life, their money. You've forgotten. That they paid your transport for you. Brought you to church. Fed you. Said, come and eat in my room. You are here. Only cook for yourself. Because when they come and there's no food, there's no. So you make sure you cook pepper. You know your stomach. Half cup. The beer one, you are half cup. And you take your time. So it doesn't. The under doesn't bend. You put it on low heat. So we are all rare sitting in. Yeah. So I send you a car. I had light brown. It would be twice. Yeah. And when they come, then you put the stew on top. One meat. And you're touching. You've forgotten. Or you've not forgotten. You've forgotten. Completely forgotten. Yeah. Wow. Is it a good message? Are you sure? I should stop. No. You want to leave the building? No. Huh? The goat has not left the building. Okay. The other one. We are not fruitful because we are short-sighted. Many of us, we can't see far. Yeah. You can't see beyond yourself. You can't see anything bigger. I'm looking for a scripture. Let's go to 2 Peter. I think we used it the other time. Peter. You have to speak. You have to try. You have to. Okay, let's start from 5. But also, for this very reason, give diligence. Giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue. To your virtue, knowledge. To knowledge, self-control. To self-control, perseverance. To perseverance, goodness. Brotherly kindness. And to brotherly kindness, love. For if these things are yours and abound, you will neither be barren nor unfruitful in your knowledge of your Lord Jesus Christ. For he who lacks these things is what? Nearsighted, even to blindness, and has forgotten he was cleansed from his old sins. Yeah. Either. Yeah. So the things we talk about, add to this, that, add to this, that, add to this, that. When you do these things, that's exactly what we've been saying, isn't it? Say you will not be barren or unfruitful in the knowledge of Christ. But he who does not, he is nearsighted. You can't see the future. Many of us, eternity is not on our heart. Many of us, you can't think of the church beyond the day you die and the church will bury you. That's how you see the church. You don't see the church in eternal glory. You see the church as a place where you marry, you are baptized, you do confirmation, you are married, and then you die, and then they bury you. The church buries you. Nasa. You can't see. You are nearsighted. Yeah. It's like when the thing is far, you can't perceive it. You are not deep thinking. You can't think beyond the fact that you are supposed to bear fruit so that your fruit. You see that is a sign, especially of black people. I'm black, so I can say it. If a white man was saying, he says he's insulted you. Yeah. We can't think far. It's always about, you see, a white man does not mind doing things for the next generation. I'm telling you. They are talking about their legacy. Black man is myself and my wife and my children. What we eat. And some who are not. That's why one person will come and sell all the land in the family. So that when you go to Accra now, they don't have land to sell. Now they are fighting for government to give them their land back. Yeah. If you are gone here, I said it. I'm married to one, so you can come and see me later. Yeah. Can't see far. Can't see. You can't see. I'm telling you. We can't see. When we build as if you build the school as if you don't want the school to expand. Yeah. You buy land and you build the school. Then later you realize that and come here Jesus and can find you. Then they push the thing and kitchen. After school now you say we prison. You don't even have a place for the children to play. Yeah. Who Roman said there's no thought. There are some buildings when you enter, you see that at the end they build as we go along. We ban any dying to both stairs, you know, it's true. You pass through the kitchen before you enter somebody's room. Nan count. The one is as a crowd. Inti we ban if you are broche, but you the empo we fane. So you are in your room and then you are in one room, then they share a window. So whatever happens in this room, they will hear in that room. Oh, you have not seen a house like that before? Who has seen a house like that before? You see, you can't even see that the land, you must have a little, we can expel or even do the plans so that we can build in phases. We can, no. Yeah, I'm using that as an example so you understand what nearsightedness is. When you are nearsighted, you build ugly things because you are only looking at today and then the future cannot build upon it. Those who come after you, they can't build upon it. And then you end up making a mess. It becomes a caricature. Yeah. You can't see beyond the fact that school are sorry there. You can't see beyond that these people will leave school and go out. That your church members are here. That we are training for you because you don't have time to do leadership seminar. Yeah. I don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah. You can't see beyond the fact you want to do this every semester. You can't see beyond the fact that you finish. You finish. When I'm telling you that no, don't do it this way. Concentrate on this one. Say no, I want to do this. You can't see that me, I'll be here longer than you. So if I'm building, I want to make you want to put up the wall. I said no, let's do foundation. Somebody else in 5 years will come and put up the wall. You say no, that's not. We must do wall. Yeah. That is why you make a shipwreck of your faith. See, when you come to harvest, they are controlling you. They don't allow you to be free. Then I say, be in the choir and learn from this. Say, oh, no, I can't be in the choir. Me, I'm like that. And that is, you go. You can't see far. You can't see far for yourself. You can't see. If you could see that what we're teaching you here, it is going to make you a good employee and a good employer, you take it serious. I'm telling you. Look, all the people by the grace of God, they've gotten work. They like them where they work. Because they have learned excellence, diligence, faithfulness here. They have learned how to be gentlemen and ladies here. So they are doing well. You can't see far. You think you finish your degree and then go and sit in school again and sit in school. You have to work. Working, the ethics of work is not learned in classroom. Yeah. I'm telling you. They are all doing well. If the idea is that the things you learn here, you see, the world, we must not bring the world into the church. We must take the church into the world. Yeah. We have more than enough to make the world a good place. Yeah. Yeah. But you can't see far. You are nearsighted. You cannot see far. So you are not fruitful. You are not ready for pruning. You are not ready for discipline. You are not ready for this. You are not ready for that. Yeah. Go and then they will sack you. Then you are fighting with your boss. Then you learn, when you learn order, it will make you a good employee. When you learn order, you make you a good employer. Yeah. Charles, we're not the one telling you about when you went for internship and somebody was fighting with the boss because the boss said, go and do this. You are not even an employee. You are not on payroll. You are not even on probation. You are an intern. Won't bother man come by sir. Eh? You have not been trained. You have not been trained. When they were teaching you, I don't see any of you here going to do that anyway. No. But I see you being an orderly person in the organization, but also standing for your right, in standing for Christ. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I see. Not being unruly. You can't see far. I'm telling you, look, we have seen things so, and the testimonies, they come and they go. We know that they keep on coming in. They keep on coming in. They keep on coming. They tell us. Not that we didn't know, because many of the things, when you listen to my preach, when we are especially at JHS, I always told them, I said, look, the things I'm telling you. Now I've stopped saying it because I said, you don't need to agree with me. Is that what I have to tell you? Yeah. I said, do what? Get a box and write on it what? The things I did not agree with that about. And then put the box where? On the top shelf. And leave it there. Because one day what will happen? You will break it down. And say that what? I agree. Oh, did I not say that severally? You are older. I said it. Yeah. Over. Did I not used to say that? I still say it. I don't say it often. But those I used to say it. Because there were people who were very nearsighted at that time. They didn't understand anything. Said that I don't need for you to agree with me. I don't need your agreement. I am telling you the truth. Truth is truth. Truth will always win. I don't need your agreement. When God agrees with me, what do I need your agreement for? It's not, I don't need your agreement. What will you do for me? You can't even feed me. If I say take me to lunch right now, your money won't be enough. It will make a dent in your budget. In fact, you will not even have the money to pay. I will destabilize, and if you manage, you to destabilize you for the semester. Just one lunch. You don't need to agree with me. I don't need your agreement. Yeah. I still here. Oh, you have left the building. You are here in the building. Yeah. Says we are not fulfilled because we are blind to hell. Like, oh, hell is not real. Hell is real. Oh. People will go to hell. Because he says, difficult is the way and narrow is the road that leads to life, and few find it. Is that not it? But what? Wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many. Yeah. You are blind to hell. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. We have not fulfilled because we do not abide in Christ. It's true. We just take off on a tangent. It's too difficult. So I cry then. I'm them buy. I'm 8 years. Harvested yet. Yeah, cause I'm meeting with. Today this, tomorrow that. They are calling us here. They will give you no rest. When you say it to them, they will insult you. When you don't come early, they will insult you. And they will insist, why haven't you come? And I'm coming, do me phone, me jai. And when you say, Beshia Diana, hey, you are blind to hell. You are blind to hell. Your certificate, when you die, is useless. So. When I die, I have plenty certificates. I wish I could give it to somebody. Yeah, that helps a lot of my certificate. If I distribute, you take one, you take one, you take one, you take. I'm there to help you. No, if I distribute, to help you. You understand? Yeah, but it's when I die, it's useless. That paper is useless. It is as useful as I'm alive. It's useless. No one can use it. It's useless. Yeah. But hell is real. When you die, you go, you see people going there. Make sure you are not there. But make sure you take a lot of people from there, out of hell to heaven. You can't see. All the things you are eating in your body, it's useless. The things that you will take, the things you will take with you, the things you can cross with, the things you can cross with, they are the things that are in you. Yeah. When you read James 5, he says that, look, he says some people, they are so bad that their evil deeds, they go ahead of them to heaven. Say others to theirs follows behind them. You see, there are things you can cross with you. Say likewise, those also who do good, their good follows them. There are certain things you can cross with. There are certain things you can cross. Like Mommy said, what? Only potatoes cross, isn't it? So you can go and buy carrot, yam, banchin, brother, want to do fufu. It will never cross. Only potatoes cross. No matter sack of rice. So why do you go to the market and waste your time buying rice when the rice will not cross? The best thing you can do is eat the rice. How much of the one sack of rice can you eat before you have to cross? Isn't it better you rather carry what can cross over for eternity? Yeah. We are oblivious to hell. Yeah. One day when you turn back and God asks, who did you come with? I hope that it won't be air. Yeah, because some of you make it. Yeah. You make it. You just be safe. You just go through. But some of you, when you are coming, it's like parade. Bob brass band. Me, that's what at least when I turn, I can say, God, child, I brought these people at least a temper. So I brought these people with me. I brought these people. They followed me. They are here. Yeah. Some of you go you say, oh, they are here. I say, hey, say te what? You don't go say te what? Or the people have done you say te what? The people left you. Wow. Are you here? Yes. Are we taking snack? We didn't start early. They didn't come on. They don't need to eat. They didn't come early. Then they are still not here. A lot of the people that are supposed to are still not here. Okay. When they come, they will go and listen to. After you finish, we leave them here. They will listen to the message before they go. The other thing is what? So you have a few: laziness, pride, immaturity, selfishness. All these things prevent us from being fruitful. Selfish. You think about only yourself. It's like, oh, me, I don't have the grace. Some people have the grace. Did you think you had the grace? Richie? Who? Huh? Yeah. Because when you're in school, you said you were bad, isn't it? Yeah. Do you ever think you had the grace? No, you don't have the grace. So me, I don't have the grace. It's for some people. For some people, they have a nice smile. See somebody like Ajua like this, she's so nice and cute. The people like her. The people like her. As for me, I'm big and round. They don't like me. Yeah. So me, I can't smile. I don't even know what you don't know what to say because you are not growing. If you grow, you know what to say. You'll be able to say something. Yeah. You have to say something. Yeah. All that I've said, I've not preached from any book. If you can, I've preached for the first. I think it's only now that I've started reading. I didn't read for. I didn't. Yeah. When you go, you have something to say. No, you must have something to say, because you are only talking about what you know, what you be saying. The things we have seen, the things we have known, the things we have touched. Those are the things we bear witness with. That's what John said. 1 John 1. It's not no. Well, you preach. You see, when you preach what you don't, you are not doing, it's difficult. When you preach what you are doing, what you know, it's very easy. It's not. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You are not growing. You are not building yourself. You are not allowing yourself to be pruned. You are so selfish. Oh, maybe I'm in person. Oh, sorry for the hard drink. Sorry for the hard drink. You. Yeah. Plain laziness. Some people too are just plain lazy. What that one, sorry. What that we need. What they are sharp one, some and you want some. You are quite you for. So you are quite you for. You are lazy. No, you are just lazy. You can't be bothered. I mean, you can't get up to save your own life. You are lazy. You are just a lazy person. Yeah, you are lazy. You don't like hard work. Anything that stresses you a little, you won't do it. Even when that's why you are not doing well in school. You are brilliant too. But you discipline your buttocks and sit down. When the learning stresses you, you are heading and you close the book. You are just a lazy person. No, it's true. Some people, look, I don't understand why people think that things will be easy. Like that, if the thing is easy, then I'll do it. If the thing is hard, I won't do it. You are just plain lazy. You are very lazy. You must tell us, I'm lazy. Yeah. You are lazy. You are lazy. You can't think for yourself. Every day, say when you read is it Proverbs 3 or is it 6? The one that talks about the ant. 6. Let's go there and see what the characteristics of a lazy person. Yeah, 6. Says, go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, overseer or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest. Oh, how long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hand to sleep. So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your needs like an armed man. A lazy person always needs somebody to tell them to do something. You always need an overseer and a supervisor. Yeah. So it's like they need to set up. Whenever there's a meeting, I need to call. Max, have you gotten up? Max, the chairs. Max, have they swept the place? Everything. You need a supervisor. Some of that's all your life is. We must remind you, if we are so lazy, we must even remind you to read your own Bible. Every day we must remind you about rehearsal. You can't remember rehearsal and come all on your own. I'm telling you. You can't take initiative. You say you want to learn how to play the keyboard. Every time they have to call you to come. You can't get and say, I want it today, I'm coming. Max, when you were learning, were you not learning by yourself? When you came, could you play this thing well? You only knew do, re, mi, and a few things. What about the bass guitar? The first harvest praise that you played the guitar, did you know what you were playing? You didn't know what you were playing. It was God. But you had purpose in your heart to learn how to play. But you tell them whether you could play the guitar.
With the harvest praise, when we're told Michael told us that there will be a change in the people playing the instruments, and he told me I was playing the bass.
Who told you?
Michael. Yeah. I don't know why he said I should come and play. I don't know.
Let me add. I told him that we are not bringing any people from anywhere. Like Mami talk, we don't do mercenaries here. See, it's like when they are going to fight, we're going to pay for people. We don't do that here. We use what we use. So we said that, no, he said, we got this trumpeter. I said, my friend, listen to me carefully. We don't do that in this church. You play the drum, play the keyboard all by yourself. Yeah. We don't do those things. We are pruning you. Yeah. Don't worry, you say your story, we are pruning you. Yeah. You understand? They are pruning you. I said, no. We are not doing. And I'm telling you, we are not. Don't bring anybody. So now they have stopped coming to me with those things, because they know when they come. If he comes again, I will insult him, because I've told him like 2 times. See, when you come the first time, I think you don't know. I explain it to you. But even that one, you should know, because you've been in the choir. You should know that we don't. So when you come, I'll be a bit high. When you come a second time, when you come the 3rd time, I insult you. Then 4th time beatings. Yes. Continue your story.
So I wanted to be like, I don't know how to play. This one is a main program. If I go there and I go and disgrace myself too. That was what I was thinking. But I was like, you do it. And he went there and he go for rehearsal. You come. Where are you? Come and hold it. Start. But I wanted to learn too, so I took that as an opportunity too.
You are learning on your own.
Yes.
In the room, just play all by yourself. You go and rehearse, because you don't want laziness. You don't want a Ningwasi to come. Disgrace. You don't want this. You are playing it. Then suddenly, Then suddenly when you went, the Lord himself came on you that day powerfully. Because there's a picture of you in a trance, isn't it? That picture is there. Yeah, there's a picture. He was there. After that, it was confirmed you could play. And so you kept on doing it and doing it and doing it. And now you play, isn't it? Your laziness will kill you. Who has no supervisor? Who having no supervisor? Yeah. When we always have to supervise, it's like you are too lazy. Everything we have to supervise. We have supervised you 10 times on this thing. The 11th time we still have to supervise. Are you there? Yeah. Gathers. You see, why a lazy person will not do the thing when they are supposed to do it. You are supposed to gather the food during the summer. You see, it is not when it is 2 days to the exam that you learn. You are supposed to be learning before the exam. But because you are lazy, you never were able to learn before the exam. So in the time you are supposed to do the things, your laziness prevents you from doing those things. Yeah, that's, I'm telling you, characteristic of a lazy person. At the time that they are supposed to, they never do it. Yeah. And they always postpone. A little sleep. Yeah, that's postpone. Oh, let me do something else. Something that is nicer. You see, sleep is nice, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. So you like doing things that are nicer. Instead of doing what you ought to do, you rather do the thing that is nicer, sweeter. So instead of learning, you rather go and chat. Instead of learning, you rather play the game. You see? Instead of learning, you rather go to the party. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So a little sleep, and lazy people too, they like sleeping. That one is not, this one is not, it's literally, it's not like a fig, it's literally, they like sleeping too. They sleep. You can sleep. Are you here? Yeah. But they like substitute, they like nice things. It's because they are lazy, they don't like anything difficult. So they always take the easy way out, the nicer option. So the way they start. So you see that then they like a certain course, they do when they like that course, they like the teacher. They like the course. They like. So they would study that one. Because that one is a friendly lecture. But this one is not a friendly, so they will not study it. It's laziness. He doesn't teach it well. That is why you must take the book and read. But because you are lazy, you like that it's easier. When you're even reading, you remember his jokes and his face, it makes it nicer. Are you here? Are you here? Yeah. So when they say, oh God, everybody should choose a supervisor, then you I want the friendly one. They have the whole school, they don't like that. You see, because it's not that the other one doesn't know what he's doing. No. He will stress you to do the right thing. He may be a bit difficult, but he knows the stuff. But you like this other one. Everybody wants to go there. It's easier. A little sleep. Islam. Characteristic of a lazy person that they are poor. Poverty. He says poverty will come. You see, first he says that there will be a multiplying of their needs. They always have a lot of needs. You see, they always have things they have to do because they never did the things they were supposed to do. When you see a lazy person, when you have friends like that, just ask yourself, is it that acquire we are saying empena 70 debia or one no matter? But most of when you look, the person just plain lazy. So there are a lot of things they have to do. Have to learn this and have to do this, then they are panicking. It's laziness. I'm telling you. Is that not what the scripture says? And it says, And so 11, so shall poverty come on you, that I'll come back to that, like a prowler, and your need like an armed robber. So your need will become more to come on you by force, because you refuse to do it. So now your need will become more. Like many things will come. It's like when instead of waking up early to come and do the setup, or yesterday, instead of going to take the things from the store, you have things you have to do yesterday, you didn't do it, and you waited to, you see the way there are so many things you need to do. If you had done it yesterday, like the keyboard was coming this morning when I was here. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So the need will come on you like an arm. So you see, so ask yourself, if you have many, like maybe ask yourself, am I lazy? And the answer will probably be yes. And if you have a look at your friends, like if you have friends, they be on what your culture exam and what you know, okay, like every time they need to do something, it's like it becomes an emergency. You see, as for exam, nobody, like, no matter how you learn, who culture still. Even me, when they say I should take exam right time, to be a problem. Nobody likes it. Even the questions I said, if they say I should do it, because they fear the mere fact that it's exam. The mere fact that it's exam, isn't it? Yeah. You know, but there are some people, their own, it's not that too. It's like many things have piled up. Yeah. To come on you like an armed robber. See the way armed robbers come. You see, it's like you think you have time, and suddenly you don't have time. No, Gina also. Yeah. Then you panic. If you have ever been robbed before, you see that you panic. I've not had a gun pointed to you, but I'm telling you, panic. People urinate and things. You see death. I'm telling you. Because the body is like the sympathetic system is just activated. Sympathetic, and you start sweating, peeing, everything, all this. Yeah. And then it says poverty. Poverty will come. I'm telling you, it will come to you practically and physically. Poverty will come to you. Yeah. You have poverty of thought, which will lead to practical poverty. Because a lazy person doesn't think. You see, to do something at the right time means that you should have thought through the thing. Before we could have this conference, thinking went into it. Because we wanted to do the thing in September. We started thinking about it in July. In June. Yeah, immediately June, yeah. And then we started thinking, let's do a manual. Imagine we said we want to do manual. Then it was only this week we said we'll do it. You understand? So thought goes, you see, so many people, they are not doing well because they are lazy. You have poverty of thought. Lazy people, because they can't, even thinking is a problem. I'm telling you, look, thinking, that is why, have you noticed that the people who get paid more are the people who think? In an organization, the CEO, is he the one that wipes the floor? We value those who think than those who do manual work. Because as for manual work, anybody can do it. Say, engineer not done office. No, but because he is thinking about the drawing. He is thinking about, he's the thought process. You see, thinking. Thinking is what pays. I'm telling you, to be able to think. When you want to do, let's organize a party, wedding planner. They are not charging you because of the physical activity. They are charging because they can think. You can tell them what they want and they can think and create what you want for you. I don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Your seamstress is as good as the way she can think. Because when you take the styles, you must be able to think at that same level with you. Otherwise, you stop going to that person. So at the palm, the anything. Where you are? Now we are real. Where are? Yeah. Poverty. Poverty will come to you. Poverty. When you are lazy. Lazy people, it's not just because they are physically lazy, but they are mentally lazy. When you sleep, you don't think. That's why they like sleeping. Or you don't understand? When I'm thinking so much and I start the next thing I want to do is to sleep, isn't it? Because even when I decide to watch TV, I can be thinking. But when I sleep, I stop thinking, isn't it? Yeah. So some of you, your problems, you sleep because you don't want to think about the problem. You don't want to think about the issue. You don't want to find a way of dealing with it. So you let me sleep. I'm not talking about laziness. Suddenly the conference has turned to laziness conference. I don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah, laziness. It doesn't make us fruitful. Laziness. It doesn't make us fruitful. We are so lazy. Many of us lazy. And you can never do God's work when you are lazy. The ministry has no room for lazy people, nor idiots, or people who don't think. I'm telling you. This work is hard work. Oh. Because if you are lazy, can you think about how we even get keyboard? When you told me 2 semesters, my keyboard all too spoiled. And I said, okay, go and search this place, go and search the prices. I said, where can I get keyboard? I need to think. So the leaders the leaders are not doing their work well. Oh no, we still need to we need to get more people on board. Others have got that. What can we do? We need to think. So at the end of the day, just by the Spirit. Just by the Spirit. We need to think. Say, we want to feed you so that, because when we say we are finishing and go and have snack and come, you go in 2 hours, 3 hours before you come back. So he said, we'll feed you here so that you don't have to go again. Are you here? Yeah. Because you must think. The ministry is not for lazy people. So when so class of food. When trying to work class of food. Huh? So school no and we are into the adwuma na obey. Ma me di sofo. Wa bon to be di sofo. Hey. How you think the ministry is for lazy people? I said, look, God also wants university graduates too. God wants people who think, who've gone far. He likes all sorts of people, but you see, even when you've not gone to, he will teach you. Look at the people who have not gone to school and are doing well in me. When you sit under their feet, you wonder if this person, like the person is a graduate. It's like the person has learned something. It's like the person is highly intellectual. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I've gone to school. Don't ever think that the ministry is for lazy people. No. If you bring your laziness here, we can't do the work. Okay, is the work not difficult? If you are lazy, can you do the work you are doing? If you are lazy, okay, can you do the work you are doing?
That I can't.
You cannot do the work. You have to be hard working.
Very hard working.
Yeah. Overseer. Can a lazy person be an overseer?
No, Daddy. No.
A lazy person cannot be an overseer.
Not at all.
Not at all. Why? What are the things you do?
Okay, you have to be thinking ahead
You have to be thinking ahead.
of your executive, like, and be monitoring them also,
You have to be monitoring. A lazy person can't monitor.
and to see their shortcomings, so that maybe you start pointing to them. Oh, this thing you're not doing it, or this thing.
You have to be correcting. You must be wide awake to even see what they are doing wrong. Not sleeping. Any other thing you want to add?
And to also do your quiet time.
You have to hear at You have to do quiet time. Hi, it's 12 o'clock. We want to take snack, isn't it? Yeah. So we are just talking about fruitfulness. What, in 3 hours? Lazy people like snack. Wow. Lazy people like snack. It's 12. They need to take snack. Okay. So I hope you have learned something. At the end of this evening, like we did, we will break into groups and we'll find out what we have actually learned and what we are going. Because you must take something away. You must take something away. Okay. God richly bless you. We want to take a break for now. We shall come back in 30 minutes time. 15. Hey, why? Snack. But it's not 15 minutes. Okay, as the Spirit leads. Between 15 and 30, we shall see. So, but eat quickly so that we can start early. It can even be 10 minutes. Somebody said theocracy. God bless you. Okay, let's go for our snack.